All right, today I'm going to be talking real quick about what I would consider Deftones' best album. Um, it's probably not what you're thinking. Most people are thinking it's gonna be White Pony or okay, most people are gonna say it's either White Pony, um, Around the Fur, or they're gonna say Koi no Yokan or Diamond Eyes. It's gonna be one of those four albums. Some people are gonna say that Saturday Night Wrist is their best album, and I used to think it wasn't such a bad album. Then, uh, after I got past like after you get past the fourth song, the album really takes a fucking nosedive. I like the Saturday Night Wrist has Deftones' best songs on it, and also its worst songs. Just the fucking what's that song where he says like goodbye, bro? What the fuck are you saying goodbye for? Goodbye. What the fuck is that shit? And then they have a song, Pink Cell Phone. Never listened to that song. The song is horrible. It's the worst damn fucking Deftones song I've ever heard. Uh, it's one of the worst songs ever. But at least it commits to being bad instead of being like goodbye. That shit's a dog, dude. Stir. Um, but yeah, it's fucked up because Saturday Night Rush has really good songs on it, has really bad songs on it. Um, the thing about White Pony is, I'd say it's almost a 10. White Pony's almost a 10, except the pacing gets really fucked up by it because the song Elite, the third song on the track of White Pony, fucking it goes on way too fucking long. It goes on a whole fucking like a whole verse and chorus and hook too long, and then has a breakdown before it ends. That song, I feel like you could have made it a minute shorter and it would have been better. That song, even though it's not a bad song, even though the lyrics are not like the lyrics they're not the smoothest. Right, they're a little bit on the clumsy side, and usually Deftones has better choicings of words. Thick with honey, but I lost my taste. Thick with honey, it's got honey in it. Bruh, I guess it's a song about fucking a crazy woman on her period or whatever. That's that whole album. I gotta make a video dedicated towards that album. That album makes me want to fucking make music, even though it's not Deftones' best album. Diamond Eyes is really good. Not much I can say other than that. It's really good. It's definitely it's at least an 8.5 or a 9. It could be a 10. I'd have to listen to it again. Koi no Yokan is definitely a 10 in my opinion. Um, and Around the Fur was almost a 10. You guys know what I'm about to say. The song MX has fucking, what is it, like fucking 25 minutes of fucking silence after it before it goes into Damone. An album that was almost a 10 had the fucking pacing. I can't say it's a like at the like if say you got rid of that last stretch of silence and then Damone, I don't think you couldn't get rid of Damone. It's such a good fucking song, and it's such a good song to end the album with. And MX is also a really good fucking song, but when I'm listening to that album, when I'm listening to it on YouTube, it's like, man, y'all fucked up really bad because after MX, I want to listen to Damone, and I gotta wait a shit ton of time, so I have to set up my own playlist that has the songs without that stretch of silence, and it's a pain in the ass. I'm at like, yeah, that was from like the Easter egg era of albums where they would have like hidden tracks and all that shit. But I'm not a fan of that. Um, So that means around the fur and White Pony are definitely not tens. Around the fur gets bumped down to I'd say it gets bumped down to like the continuity of it's so fucked up. Let's okay, let's say you get rid of that stretch. Let's say like after MX ends, you just say the album's over. That's pretty much what you have to say, unless you want to reach into your fucking pocket and skip to the time of the next song. Like, no, fuck that. Y'all lost the biscuit. That album's a 9 now. I'm sorry. And all the songs are good. It's just you put a big fucking stretch of nothing on it. So you got to take that criticism. Tough shit, right? Um fucking so to me the best Deftones album, say you could only keep one of them and the rest of them have to go into a black hole. It would either be for me it would either be Koino Yokan or Adrenaline would be the ones that stay around, cuz both of the albums are 10s. How does that fucking make sense? Adrenaline, I don't think I don't think the songs on Adrenaline are any of Deftones like top 10 songs. None of them. But it's if it's not their best album, it's their second best album because it works as an album the way the songs flow into each other. The way the songs flow into each other, the pacing of it, it's not too long. You can loop that shit. The other thing about Adrenaline, and the another thing, Adrenaline's the songs aren't perfect. So how the fuck do you make an album with so many fucking problems be a 10? And it's because of the pacing. It's because of the songs' relationship with each other. And it's because of the intensity of the vocals on there. It's a very fucking intense album vocally. The lyrics, Chino didn't really get good at lyrics till the second album. The lyrics are just on Adrenaline are just nonsense. They're just like, you make me go high, I'm high, I like to fly, and shit. Um, but the album's a 10. The album's a 10. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter if Chino is pretending like he can rap when he can't. Right? The and the thing about Adrenaline, and you know what I will say, I'm gonna say it. I think Adrenaline is if you had to, it's not their best album, and it's not their most important album. Their best album is their best album is Koino Yokan, just a culmination of all their skills and abilities to the highest extent. The lyrics are beautiful, the textures are beautiful. That album's a 10. White Pony's their most important album because it shows like their most fucking creative side. It's such a good fucking era of Deftones. Very unique album. But if you had to have one survive a fucking meteor, right? It would be Adrenaline. Because the songs are so unique to each other, yet it's such a vibe. It nails the fucking vibe like nothing else. I should I should make another video separate just talking about like why Adrenaline is so good. It deserves its own video. White Pony and Adrenaline both deserve their own fucking videos. Oh, I also forgot self-titled is also like really near that list, but self-titled is a 9 because Lucky You just seems really out of place on that album. And also I forget what the last song on self-titled is. Um also I feel like anniversary of an uninteresting event would be the perfect song to end it with, but then that song comes after, and at first I think it gets better as it goes on. Like it's like when it's about to finish, it's like okay, this makes sense. But I feel like Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event would have been a better song to end the album with. Get rid of Lucky You has no purpose on that fucking album. Not that it's not like it's an awful song. It's not like it's a bad song. Whatever. It just doesn't belong. Um, but as an album that you could listen to on repeat, as an album that makes you want to start a fucking band, it's Adrenaline. As an album is like that makes you like, man, I can't make music, blah 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 blah. I was like, I don't have enough. No, they just pick up an instrument and go for it. The guitar tone on Adrenaline is an acquired taste. It's very shrill, very brash, very trebly. So it's just but the thing is, I can listen to that album on repeat, and like without the feeling the need, like, man, I gotta skip a song. Like, yeah, if you, I feel like yeah, y'all heard what I said earlier. No, Gore is really good. Ohms, fuck, I haven't finished Ohms yet. Everything I've heard on Ohms is really good. I'm just trying to slowly prepare myself for Ohms, like kind of like I want to kind of like take my time with Ohms. I want every song to feel like it's new. So I'm going into Ohms. I'm going into Ohms slowly here. Okay, my rating for Gore. Fuck, what would I rate Gore? I would rate Gore. I would rate Gore like an 8. I would rate it like a 7 or an 8. There's parts of it that are kind of slow. Parts of it that feels like, okay, Deftones is just doing their thing again, but it's still a solid album. That, like, I could listen to it. Maybe there might be one song that I would like skip, but there's not a bad song on the album. But yeah, that's I've is there any other, yeah, I can't say much on Diamond Eyes because I haven't listened to it in a while. But that's my ratings thus far. I might come back to some ratings in another Deftones-esque video that I'll make. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Adrenaline's their best album, or not their best album. It's their most I don't even know what you call it. Their most I guess I have. Well, I kind of have to call it their best album. They have two. Okay, so Koi no Yoken's their greatest album. White Pony's their most important album. Adrenaline's their best album. That sounds like bullshit, but yeah, whatever. See ya.